So there are two main pitfalls when it comes to time management and digital communications. And these are not spending enough time, so all of your presences stagnate, they're not being updated and looked after, and then there's giving them too much time. So it's about finding that balance, and it's about finding a balance that works for you. So how do you avoid those pitfalls? Well, to start with, only set up the channels that you know you can manage. If you are trying to run a Facebook, a Twitter, an academia, ResearchGate, Google+, it's just not going to happen. You are never going to find the time to effectively run them all. You need to pick those ones that are the most relevant to your audience and then just use those channels. Personally, I just use Twitter. I have a personal Facebook account. I occasionally update it, but I'm not that bothered. My main thing is Twitter, and I do try and keep on top of my Twitter because it's a professional account. But you know, there's not much chance of me running anything on top of that just because of time. Another trick is to set aside time to manage your digital communications and then try and stick to it. So blank out 10 minutes in your diary every morning and every evening, and say, right, okay, I really will spend those 10 minutes looking at Twitter, writing my blog, updating my website, whatever it might be. And just like many other aspects of your job, you could argue that professional digital communication are part of the role that you do. It can help build on and prove impact. I'm sure it won't be far away, potentially even in the next ref, where we are trying to evidence tweets and engagement and things like that have happened on social media to provide evidence of the impact of research. I've said before, social media, you probably want to be thinking about 20 minutes a day per presence. So if you've got 5 or 6, that's going to be quite a lot of time. If you have a blog, you want to be thinking about half an hour-ish a week. And if you've got a fairly static website, I would say you're probably looking at about half an hour to an hour once a month just to read through your pages and make sure your links are still working, etc. Have your social media on your phone or on your tablet, and do your checking whenever you have a spare few minutes, when you're on the move, etc. And don't be afraid to close down channels that you are no longer using. Or if you don't, you know, if you've got something and you think, oh, but I might come back to that, I don't actually want to close it down, or I want to preserve the tweets that are on there, then just stick a message on your profile, on a Twitter break, or on your blog, you know, this project has finished, or something like that, just to tell people that it's not that you're not bothering with it, it's actually that the project is finished, or that, you know, you're not doing Twitter at the moment, or whatever it might be. And lastly, use social media management tools such as Hootsuite and TweetDeck. I did chat at the table over there very briefly about Hootsuite earlier on. If you haven't come across them before, then Google them, because they can be really, really valuable and really useful.